This is SpyGuy888, and today is the return of the Why I Still Play series, although that title is a bit,
Unfurl a
uh,
leaf too soon and it will shrivel.
can you idiots shut up? Jesus. Uh, there's a bit of a strange title, because I haven't actually played this game in a few months, but I am on my second playthrough of it, because I hate myself, apparently. In this video, we are going to be taking a look at the gameplay and the world, including those of the two DLCs that I did buy. Jesus. What we are not going to be taking a look at is the story, because the story sucks, which is a strange through line through all the games I think I've covered in this little Why I Still Play sort of series. Another through line is that it's a Ubisoft game. Um, you know what? Maybe there's a correlation between the shitty writing of the story and the fact that it's a Ubisoft game, but also has relatively fun gameplay. It's Far Cry with weird crafting mechanics, and you're 15 feet tall and blue. So today we are going to just be taking a look at some of the gameplay, um, and also the world. Like I said, let's start with the world. You know, it's obviously Pandora. If you've ever seen at least the first Avatar movie, it's a freaking classic at this point. The second one, not quite as good in my opinion, but still pretty good. Um, it obviously the main idea behind the world is just it's giant and beautiful, and it's just a crazy jungle, and it looks amazing. I actually didn't want to stay back at, where was it, this place? Um, because obviously in the daytime, that was weird. In the daytime, it looks amazing. It looks beautiful. It looks fantastic. But where's the? Should be a campfire. Obviously beautiful. Are you serious? Of course it's a storm. Nope. We're gonna skip on by. That was dusk, anyways. The reason it's so like specific on the amount of time. We're just gonna keep on skipping until the weather passes. The reason it's so specific on like time of day is because the crafting mechanics in this game require you to find like specific versions of certain animals or plants that only come out during certain times of day or certain weather conditions. What's a good example for? Is that just Archer's Binary Sunshine? Okay, yeah. This says best quality in the rain, for instance. Just stuff like that. Oh, it's freaking. Did I pass it back to Dawn? Oh my god. The main gameplay loop. Screw it. We're just gonna leave it at this. The main sort of gameplay loop is, well, for one, the story. You obviously pass the story. It's just leveling up, like getting better and better gear, and you can't just improve the gear that you have. You have to go out and get materials to craft new ones, and that can get very repetitive and annoying to be constantly having to find something new. But it is also pretty satisfying to get a good kill on an animal. Now, since this is an Avatar game, and the whole point of Avatar is humans are invading and being assholes, this game takes a lot more of a pollution theme. A lot of the writing in this game is very like childish. Like I don't like the way a lot of the stuff is written. A lot of the characters that are Navi, the native like 15-foot tall blue people that you play as, they're written like very childishly. I don't want to get too far into it because it's just not worth the time. Um, is this one of the damaging ones? No, it is not. Okay. There's some plants that like zap you if you get too close. But this way. I head down to the water, there should be some critters. Oh my gosh, there's some people right there in the suits. I don't need the longbow for that. Okay, well, I didn't actually release it. I did not play that very well. I don't know. I should not have lost half my health in that fight. But thankfully, I am a god, and my Ikron, the banshee, I think they call him in the movie, is a badass. So she, I don't remember which one mine is, but they're just a badass, and they help. And that's because of, I think in the DLC, the second DLC, they unlocked like basically the Ikron being like helpful, which is pretty sick. But I came down here because I wanted to find something to hunt. Viper Wolf will definitely do it. Is that them over there? I think that is. Let me get the longbow. Or no, this is the heavy bow. I'll get into weapon types in a second. No, they're going this way. And you can track any animal by their scent, which just means little line trails that show you exactly where they go. They're still going this way. Is that a flamingo orchid? I think they like shoot stuff at you. Yeah. It missed, but I don't really want to get hit with flower juice. Where are these? Ah, there they are. Now these, if you've seen the movie, the first movie at least, are the little dog animals that attacks Sully in the beginning when he first gets his avatar. Now the better shot placement you get, let me take a look at this last one. Oh, it ran away. Very cool.
Thank you for these gifts.
But the better shot placement you have on like a weak spot that every animal has, the better quality of materials you'll get from them. What is this? Were they hunting something else? Oh, one of the little deer things, I think. If you go to the Hunter's Guide here, go to Wildlife. Kingler Forest, where we are now. We'll take a look at one of these in a second, maybe. Viper Wolf. There it is. So if you take a look at this animal here, it's pretty small. Then you can show the weak spots, which if you put an arrow in there, if you have high enough damaging arrows, and like basically a leveled up enough bow, you can take it down in a single shot with that, which is pretty sick. But some animals are like too high level basically for you to do that, and so you always get lesser animal parts, which is a shame. Oh, what you got down there? Oh, it's the last Viper Wolf, I think. And that does damage the animal, as when I just did right there. That is okay. Did it just...
Thank you for these gifts.
It looks like it had like a damage over time thing or something. But, so that was right what you just saw, and like right here. That's the only melee in this game. There's no spears, at least not melee spears. As for weapon types, there's the longbow, which is just like it's pretty much only for like unarmored opponents, like just humans walking around, and the amp suits that don't have any glass, like protection on them. But they are kind of cool looking. Then there's the short bow, which I basically never use. It's armor piercing and fires pretty quickly. There's the long bow, which you've been seeing. Heavy armor piercing. The equivalent would be like, this is the standard rifle in a video game. This is like a, I guess like an SMG, or maybe a shotgun, I guess. I don't really, this analogy's not working very well. This would be like a sniper, I guess. Now this thing right here is the grenade. The weird, annoying grenade. If I can hit that with the bow, that'd be pretty sick. Yeah. So they shoot grenades. What is this thing? Siren pods? Oh, it's like a distraction, a little lure. I think. Or maybe that attracts animals. I don't remember. It produces a distractingly shrill sound on impact. Okay. And then acrid pods, which I think are like gas bombs. I need to stock up on that. There we go. Then you have to craft every arrow. You craft like a multiple at a time, so it's not a big deal. But then you have to go find materials like Archer's Thicket, it's called, to make more arrows and other devices, other equipment to make stuff like the bomb pods and stuff. Now the weapons I didn't have equipped, you can only have 4 equipped, but there are, what is that, 7, I guess? The ones I don't have equipped are the spear thrower. You know what, I will equip that just for a quick second. I also rarely ever use it. But you like throw a spear with an atlatl, which is pretty cool that they included that in the game. Unfortunately, you can't just pick up the spear and like stab enemies with it. Like you can't use them as in melee, which is pretty cringe. But they do go far, and they are very armor piercing, especially if you have the shellbreaker spears, which break even stronger armor. And that's all for the Navi weapons, which means you can hunt with those. But the ones you can't hunt with are the assault rifle, the human assault rifle, which, you know, it's an assault rifle. If you try to kill an animal with it, it just says like the meat is ruined. And you can't use any of the materials or anything like that. And then also the shotgun, which you're not going to believe this. It's a shotgun. Mind-blowing stuff, I know. I should equip this one, shouldn't I? Maybe not, I guess. I'm full. I'm max level anyways. It doesn't matter. So this is the Kinglore Forest section of the world. And pretty early into the game, you get one of these. Although he doesn't look quite as cool as mine, with the armor and the down there. I believe that's what that is the spoiler for one of the DLC.
Careful.
You know what? I'll just take a look at it now. There it is. It's a crossbow. It's an Ekron mounted crossbow, which is pretty sick. And they added, or not they added, but they have the like helicopters. What's this one called again? Nope. The Samson. That's right. Apparently I've never scanned that before. Interesting. If I equip the crossbow here, you can see the weak spots are the bit that's glowing orange, which on the helicopters are the propellers.
Eyes open.
If I reload that, my crossbow, craft more arrows. Let me throw some spears at this one. Nope, come on. Whatever. I can just smash it. Doesn't really matter. The aerial combat is pretty fun, like that. And then the ground combat isn't too bad either. The combat in this game is alright. It's not, I mean, it's Far Cry, basically, with more animalistic, not animalistic, that sounds more hostile. Um, more, like, less technology, I guess, more Navi stuff. So in the Kinglor Forest, it's just kind of like the standard, like what you would remember from the movies, or from the first movie. The second movie is all ocean stuff. Then in up here is the Upper Plains, which I will just fast travel to. It's a very wide open plain, if you can believe it. I'll take a look at the third place after we take a look at the DLC area, which I'll look at after this. And each region has its own animals, um, like its own kind of animals with a little bit of an asterisk there, because a lot of them are just reskinned, like the Thanator, which we'll probably take a look at more in the forest way over to the left, the Clouded Forest it's called. Like each plane, like each area, each biome, I guess, has its own variant of certain animals, but some are exclusive to each region. For instance, if I go here, I'm doing a lot of fast traveling just to show the audience around, but this game does have a lot of very beautiful terrain that is worth, I would say, worth exploring. If you already have the game, there's no sense in not exploring it. I don't know if maybe the game would be worth getting just to explore, but I mean, I'll talk about my opinion of whether you should get the game closer to the end, so stick around for that. I use my crossbow for this guy, because this guy's always a pain in the butt to take down. I usually take him down on the ground, and because they do that, yeah, that's about why. And I'm not over water this time, so shit. Thankfully, oh, I can't. Interesting. Normally you can revive yourself if you take lethal damage, but I forgot that taking fall damage you can't self-revive from. Unless I just didn't have, you have to have at least half your little hunger bar, which is below the health bar, full. I guess maybe I didn't? I don't know. Oh well. That's very weak right now. Nope, did not mean to ping that, thank you. Oh, there it goes. Do I have like poison arrows or something? I don't think so. Weird. I don't think there's a bleeding mechanic unless they added that like recently, which I don't think they did. Oh, yeah, there it is. I think. Is that the body? Or am I just losing my mind? Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's a storm glider. I didn't want to look in the menu for the name, but I should have just scanned it earlier. That's like the hardest thing up here on the plains. And then, they're also very useful for getting materials like that, which are obviously good for crafting. Each like item, some of them require specific kinds of like plant or animal parts, but some will just say like, oh, you need a claw for this, or you need bones or a root, and you can just find one from any area. You can just fly around a little bit, actually. And also each like Ekron will have a randomized favorite food, which allows the stamina to regen quickly, and also, like, for a little while it doesn't actually take up stamina to fly fast. If I can get mine to be hungry, he'll eat out of the water, because his favorite food is fish. There's just a regular ability to get them to eat out of the water when you fly low enough, but it's very helpful when their favorite food is fish, because then you can just scoop down and get some. There it is. And you see it in the bottom corner. Got 4 minutes of basically free flight without needing to feed them. And it doesn't look as great in stormy weather, but this game is very pretty. And there's like little survival camps and stuff, and I've done all the bases, and I don't think there's a way to like reset the bases or anything, which is a pain. But the already cleared out bases get like overgrown, which is pretty cool. And then sometimes humans will show up to them. Let me get rid of that marker. I don't know what causes them to show up to them, but sometimes they'll... Is that a... No. I was going to record this on my second playthrough, but I decided, because I'm not at the end of the second playthrough yet, so there'd be bases and stuff to clear out, but I decided to just go through this one because it has more... I have more gear to show you, and all the environments are unlocked and stuff. Like I don't have to progress through story stuff to just show you like the DLC or anything. And this game is very similar to Far Cry, where going loud is an option. You can use the bows and the spears and even like the human weapons like assault rifles and shotguns to go loud, but you are much better off going sneaky. And so these little like power lines and stuff up here, you can sneak around while people are walking around below. You can drop down on them or just shoot them with a bow. But all this overgrown stuff, like these little jump pad mushroom things, are not there, obviously, when it's all overrun with human stuff. Now let's take a look at the DLC area. The Heart of the Plains. This is it's the Olympics, basically. The Olympics DLC. I don't think it was all that great. It tied up some loose ends with the story stuff, which was alright. But the actual environment is just more of that plains area, which is kind of boring to me. Although I didn't actually show... Oh, it's very pretty, though. But I didn't actually show one cool thing on the plains. Which, if I find one, I will be sure to cut to it right now. Oh, I can just... here's one of the horses. I don't actually need to summon the pitcher plant thing.
Whoa! Easy there.
But this is on the plains, like the main plains area too, in the base game. You can get horses. They don't actually like stick with you, like they don't stay with you. Like how the Ikron does, it's like bonded. But the horses are just kind of like wild. You can just like summon them whenever at a pitcher plant. Or just find one and calm it down. You can hop on, just ride it across the plains. Although, they're not great for combat, so I'm going to get off right now. At least I'm not good with them on horseback in combat. I don't like these amp suits because they have riot shields, which are pains in the ass. What is that over there? That was weird. So the weak spot is the machine gun on the top of the head. Good to know. Actually, wait a minute. I have grenade arrows. I can solve this quickly if I just hit this shot. That didn't really work, did it? So even if I do take a lot of damage, it doesn't really matter, because I can just kill most of the humans in a single shot. And the amp suits, the hardest one, is that one I just took out with the grenade arrows. And I probably could have taken it out faster if I just used the regular arrows to take out the machine gun. But oh well. Yeah, well, this is the heart of the plains. More of the same open, plainsy area. I don't really like it all that much, but that's okay. So we are going to go back to the main game area, and then go to the clouded forest and take a look at some of that. Maybe get hunted by a Thanator. That'd be pretty sick. So where the main Kinglore forest area was much more jungly, this was much more redwood forests, which I like. I like the Kinglore forest the most, the main jungle area, because it's the most like the movie. But this place is pretty cool too. I like how big the trees are and how they grow sort of weirdly. I'm hoping we get hunted soon. And I say we get hunted and not us hunt the Thanator because they tend to approach you first. And they like make a weird noise that like cuts off your senses, which is what this little thing is. Like you can't do this anymore, so you can't tell where it is and where it's going to approach you from. And it's like the only time it's actually this game actually gets sort of creepy. There's some story moments where you're sneaking through a base that's been overrun, like overgrown, and there's a Thanator creeping through the Echo Stalker, not what we want. Creeping through the jungle, or creeping through not the jungle, the vents in the base. And it's pretty creepy. But ouch. Also, the ambient noise in this game is pretty atmospheric. I like all the animal noises in the background. Do I hear a heartbeat? What's very annoying in this place though, and I think all environments in this game, is that if you look at a big tree, if you're like trying to look at the forest and it picks up a big tree, it just highlights the entire tree. Like how there's clearly some sort of enemy over there. If I try to look that way, it just blocks it out with this big ass tree, which is pretty annoying. But that is okay. I don't know what that like heartbeat noise is. It's very faintly in the background. Although I know a heartbeat noise plays like your character is getting scared when the Thanator shows up. There's some humans over here causing a ruckus, but they're about to be attacked by some wildlife, which is pretty funny.
Man's gonna bring in the big boys and rip it up.
You don't see me. Now if I shoot the vents on the back while it's silent, like while it's stealthy, they actually won't detect me. But they are very jumpy. Yeah, like that.
Have it, taste the metal.
Like that, not a good move. But if I... Nope, I missed it again. Damn it. There we go. No big deal. Unfortunately, we never did get hunted by those... by that Thanator, which is very annoying, because I did want to show that off before the end of this video. Okay, now Spires of the Clouded Forest. Yeah, wow. Spires of the Clouded Forest. Jesus. After I get done recording this, I need to either edit it or go to sleep and then edit it when I wake up. But I can't procrastinate anymore because it's Friday, and it's supposed to go out on Saturday. Now this is probably my... would I say it's my favorite region? I don't know. It's probably tied with the Kinglor Forest, with how good it looks and just different, like the variation in the environment and stuff. This is obviously a whole area of just like floating mountains, which were a pretty big part of the first movie. And I think if I smash through this, that's right. It's a very pretty area. A lot of this game is just really, really good looking. Some of it has like weird, I don't really know what to call it, but like weird effects, weird errors in loading, I guess. Like the plants look strange or the light looks strange. But in general, this game is very pretty looking. And I like it a lot. I should have just gotten on to onto my second playthrough to clear a base real quick. Yeah, you know what? Now that I've shown you all of the different environments, I'm going to go on a second playthrough. Now let's find a base. A base that will not kill me on sight. At least not, like, immediately. Is that a good one? What level am I? I'm 15. Okay, yeah, we're going to do this one over here. Now, is there a fast travel location? Now, as you saw in my... Oh, while falling. Oh. As you saw in the fully finished playthrough, it didn't really cost anything to fast travel, but here, it costs 20% of your total stamina to fast travel, which there's a perk you get along the way to get rid of that. There's like different abilities.
Come on, Nimoon. Let's ride.
Yeah, this Ikron is much more naked, unfortunately.
You did it! You pushed it back!
We did it.
Oh
All
my
of us.
god.
Yeah, I guess. You don't even know when your birthdays are. Oh, sorry. Rude much?
This writing is just fucking...
I feel like we were born anew when we escaped
Ugh.
back out to Pandora.
That's a really nice way of looking at it.
I get that the main character... You know what? I'm not even going to talk about it. The lore, I mean, it's just... I don't want to talk about it. The writing is not great. So if in nearby areas to human bases, there's lots of pollution, which you can see from the compass at the top of the screen is sort of that gross looking like brown and purple color. And any materials like plants and animals you'd find are, excuse me, I don't think there are any animals in here, at least none, I don't think so. If you try to gather the plants, they're all like gross and polluted and you can't actually pick them up. Thankfully, you can still pick up Archer's Thicket, the arrow plants. But we are going to go clear this base real quick. But first, I'm going to eat the food. I forgot to show the cooking mechanic as well. Oh well. Basically, different plants and animals, the materials you can combine, like meats and seeds and all that fun stuff, fruits and stuff, and make different foods in cooking stations that have different effects for combat. Like this one, what does that do? Is there not an effects thing really? Maybe I didn't eat one with an effect. Let me try. Yeah, so this one deal 40% damage against RDA, which is the humans, and this one is 10% movement speed, and that's for 12 minutes each. And there'll be stuff like resistance to shock, like how that plant was trying to shock me, or fire, I think. All sorts of stuff like that. And you can feed your Ikron some of that stuff too. Like in the DLC area, when I smashed through that floating plant, and it said like some like food pouch was full, I think. You can use the stuff you get from that to make Ikron treats.
A cache mine complete with
which
the volatile reservoir.
I think repair the Ikron armor, which is another thing in that DLC. It's armor, believe it or not.
Send the pressure skyrocketing by disabling the draining pipe
This
and the generator.
is a much bigger base than I thought it was. Okay. That's good. So basically you're doing a little bit of eco-terrorism in this game. That's like the main focus with these bases, is just destroying like pipeline equipment and stuff.
All base personnel, the RDA thanks you for your service to the betterment of the
Which I will not comment on in real life, but in the game it is very fun.
Humidity is high today. Please ensure you launder your uniforms on your return.
Oh, no, you're gonna see me. What's my loadout looking like here? Abilities wise, I mean. Do I have the Or is it in ancestor skills? I can't remember where the ability is to...
Learn to walk in
I think that's what that is. There it is. Yep, see, we're good. Nobody knew a thing.
Remember, Pandora is dangerous. Look out for your squad mates. They'll look out for you.
You have this little hacking tool. Oh, okay. Ouch. No, it wasn't.
The commandos look hacked, right?
Don't worry about it. Now that shock, as you saw, does... Oh shit, you're looking at me. Well, damn it. So that's not what we want to have happen. God damn it. That's absolutely not what we want to have happen. Because you get more rewards if you do it stealthily. And you cannot repeat them. Which I'm very surprised about. But as you saw, the shock basically drained all my stamina, so I had to eat more food to get it back. Normally if that electric little bit wasn't there, you'd be able to pull that lever. But or maybe, no, yeah, there we go. And that causes some damage to the infrastructure. Okay, I think for the most part we are good on stealth. Again, nobody heard the gunshots going off, I guess. I mean, movement in this game is pretty fun and fluid, which at least it's got that going for it. I'm gonna hack this turret because I don't know if it actually can, like, see me. But if it can, I don't want it to report my location. I'm just gonna turn it off. And also, that kind of turret is like a SAM turret, a flat cannon. So if I was flying my Ecron around, it would start blasting my poor little Ecron, which I don't want. Ah, damn it. Ah, damn it. If you've seen any of my videos before now, you know that I suck at stealth, even though I really like stealth games. Every time I play Ghost Recon Breakpoint, it's just stealth until I get caught, and then run for my life. Ooh, wait a minute. Yeah, suck it. Alright, there's poison in the air over here for some reason. I don't know why. There's my rocket launcher. I'm still being poisoned. Very cool. Why am I still being poisoned? Please cut that out. Is that just the last bit over there, I think? Do I want to actually even bother with stealth because I keep getting caught every time? Or do I want to just blast him? Nah, I'll try to go stealth a little bit.
Those blues better hope we don't catch them.
Ooh, there we go. Number one, picking you off right off the bat. I can hack the suit, so as soon as combat does start popping off, I can basically deactivate it.
We wipe those blues off the moon look better.
I can't believe you're still talking.
Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna...
Yeah.
There we go.
And another day goes by.
There it goes. There we go. So the suits that don't have any like protection, like protective covering, you can just shoot the pilot. And that just kills him because you shot the pilot, a human, with an arrow that's like 10 feet long.
Roger that. Heading to rendezvous point. Affirmative command. We are in full retreat.
Now if I did this correctly, which I don't think I did, there'll be like an extra chest or something with more loot in the little loot room. There's a little bit about all the life returning and all that fun stuff.
They didn't hear me coming this time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, of course they didn't. I'll just grab all this stuff. There's some little lore bits. Blah, 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 blah. Is that a data roster? Is that what that was?
On the topic of our current ground clearing
John
methods,
Mercer is the main bad guy for the main story.
I appreciate the settlement director's concerns over the use of defoliants prior to the mechanical removal of the heavier vegetation. I can assure you, this poses no risk to our future. future human settlers.
Okay, this is a little unexpected. As the air quality's improving, we're now spotting some kind of, let's call them insects. We're one step closer to clean and strong Pandora. Feels good.
So what he was talking about, the guy, is basically the future's version of Totally Not Agent Orange. Which, if you didn't know, Agent Orange is the chemical used by... My dog is barking. The chemical used by United States forces in Vietnam to clear out vegetation that has led to severe birth defects, we'll say, like severe scoliosis, among other things. But apparently they've been using defoliant, but it's actually used to just like clear out vegetation, because that's where the Viet Cong would hide. It's like in trees and stuff, which is where all those memes come from. But in this game, I don't think there's actually any... Oh, you know what? Never mind. I'm pretty sure way up in here, if I progress further in the story, there's like a chemical weapon released up there, which might be what he's talking about. It's a big, like, poison cloud, basically. Now, what she was talking about was these little, like, clouds of... She called them bugs, which I think are supposed to refill the Ikron's stamina when you fly through them. And I will try to do that now. If I can catch up to one. Oh, it just refills like the main stamina bar, but not the actual food bar.
You like it?
Interesting. Okay, I just ran into the Ikron midair. Alright, well, that is basically the game. Now, for the brilliant question of would I recommend anyone actually buy this and play it? Certainly not for full price, because the full price is $70, so absolutely not for full price. But on sale, including the DLC, no more than like 30, maybe 40, probably just 30 though. I don't know the last time it was on sale for that low, if ever. It's very pretty, but the story kind of sucks in my opinion. The gameplay is fun, but also gets pretty repetitive eventually. Constantly having to make new equipment, new gear. But it is, if you already have it, or can somehow get it through, I don't remember what the Ubisoft subscription is, but it's sort of like Game Pass, or if it ever ends up on Game Pass, or wherever the PlayStation version of that shit is, then yeah, check it out. But otherwise, it's kind of like, you know, I wouldn't go out of your way to play it over something that you might enjoy more, that you know for sure doesn't have little annoying bits like that. So, thank you very much for watching this video. I'm about to get freaking airstriked by the US military over here. I don't know where the big one went, but that is okay.
Okay, Nimun. Eyes open.
Alright, so thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. And check out my other Why I Still Play videos. Normally those have a more positive tone to them, but number one, I'm tired. Number two, I procrastinated on this video way too long. And number three, this game is more of a guilty pleasure for me. I I'm not like embarrassed that I play it, but I'm not going around saying, "Oh yeah, you should try Avatar Frontiers of Pandora." Other like except for as a joke. Like it's if you want to play a game like this that's better, I would say any Far Cry game, aside from New Dawn. New Dawn's kind of meh. Actually, New Dawn has a pretty similar issue with like constantly needing to level up. So I guess that's my issue. But if you enjoy Ubisoft games, which I know I do, despite that not being a popular opinion anymore, I guess. If you enjoy Ubisoft games, if you are somehow like a major fan of Avatar, which I don't think I've ever heard of someone who's like a die-hard Avatar fan, but if you're a major fan of Avatar, if you enjoy Ubisoft games, and specifically if you enjoy the Far Cry games, then yeah, go for it. Check it out. Again, not at full price. Cannot stress that enough. But it's pretty fun. It's all right. So, kind of a weird one for this sort of series, but again, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And if you want to see more videos like this, number one, I already have quite a few out, so I have a whole playlist, so check those out. Number two, make sure you like so that you show me that. God, this is just freaking. I'm ranting. Basically, comment a game you would like to see me. Ugh, you know, you get it. You get it. You get it. All right. Goodbye.